For those that did not watch my previous video, this is what the pan looked like on the original transmission for the Red 124 project. This should pretty much ring alarm bells immediately. This is indicative of a transmission that has not been looked after. This is what the filter looked like on the top side, further proving the fact that this transmission has not been treated nicely. Armed with this horrifying discovery, I looked at the service records on this vehicle and noticed that the last transmission service was at 120,000 kilometers. That's 187,000 kilometers ago. Let's take a look at the K1 and K2 clutches that I thought looked pretty good at an initial glance, and see what they actually look like inside. This will give telltale signs of a transmission that hasn't been looked after as well. All of the clutches did not come out in one go, but for the purposes of this demonstration, we can already see burn marks on these steels. These are imperfections to the surface and cannot be reused because they would make the new friction discs not last very long. So they need to be replaced. Also possibly not visible in the video is that there's also scratches all over them as well. What I suspect is the cause of failure is the low fluid pressure caused by lack of maintenance and also impurities in the fluid itself. The frictions also have a gritty, dirty feeling to them and feel like they're crumbling as well. Not sure what's going on there, but that isn't right. On this other larger clutch, there is a bearing and some shims inside that may fall out when it's turned on its back. Just have a look at these friction discs and steels as well. This one looks even worse. There's even more burn marks. And these burn marks are on both sides of the steel, so I did not show them in the video, but they're everywhere. On one of the steels there's even evidence of slippage occurring as well. So this is not a happy transmission. I proceeded to take apart the filter, and the news was all bad as well. There is a bypass valve at the rear there, and as you can see with all of the black sludge around it, it has been bypassing. So that filthy fluid has been flowing uncontrolled all throughout the transmission. This is what happens when you don't change your filter. It ends up blocking up and bypassing. Further adding to my suspicions that this transmission has not been serviced in a very long time, this is the output seal at the rear. It is basically like hard plastic now. It would have just been gushing fluid out the rear. No mechanic or technician would ever leave this kind of seal in place after servicing the transmission. It just would not happen. This is a closer look at the valve body, and my suspicions proved correct. There is the black sludge all through it as well. So at the moment, I'm considering throwing this whole transmission in the trash and finding a better one. I will never have confidence in this transmission.